Hello, today I am bringing you a brief reading with the mana cards. And as you can see here, I have 4 cards. And you can see I have on the top the number 23, the Laka card. And what is this card about? Well, this is a card that is suggesting it is through hula. It is through the art and balance of walking with nature that I am able to bring back the divinity that has been disrupted, that is now in chaos. I step on that land and I bring back what is needed for Gaia, Mother Earth. So this is my mana deck. And as I said, my foundation, and I read the way I read, it's my own method. So, if you're looking for me to give you a specific type of reading through these, I probably won't, you'll be disappointed, but that's okay. Okay, and so we have this next card, which is going to be our past card, a number 39, which is a 12, which I also refer to as 1, 2, 3. Now you can see there's a shark and kind of a funny wave happening here. And it's saying that we've had some sharks, and not the good kind, in our waters. Now I believe strongly in I have a shark totem. I'm wearing a shark's tooth. I wear bone beads. I'm a total believer in my sense of who I am this way. And it's the Lehua card. And it's saying that when we allowed in the past this very wealthy energy to come into our lands, it created a disruption, a ripple in our wave that set us as people off course. And so we now have issues. We have no home, in a way. Many of us, the sun is going down on what is our home. Now, how is that possible? Well, when you price people out of their properties, and tax-wise, or, it doesn't just have to be that they could sell it and get a better price for it. It also could be that they have to sell it because they can't afford the annual taxes on it. These are all things that people don't consider. And then they move to the mainland because they need a way to keep their bills paid. And it's a little easier for them with that formula, but they give up their autonomy. They give up their sovereignty. And so it's not an acceptable truth. And so presently we have, additionally, which is so interesting, this card with the double meaning. So we're getting the 5s in all different kinds of ways, because that first card, the luau, is also a 5. So we've got 4 ways. It's these cards are wrapping themselves around each other in the Hawaiian sense, and saying it's about the strength of things, and how we see them, and our spiritual connection back to the strength of things and how we see them. And so what do we have here? We have the ku hina, number 5, and then you turn it over and it's the ku hina again, but from a different perspective. One is from a perspective of light and one is perspective of dark. Okay, and one is bringing in the sun and one is the moon. So in that sense, this is covering a lot of territory. You're talking water, you're talking fire, you're talking earth with the Laka card. And the only thing we're not seeing represented here exactly is air. But wait, in fact, air is represented. It's up and coming. And so as I live here on the Big Island, many things spiritually in my energetic body is changing. I'm recovering from being in hospice, stage 4 cancer, which is now in remission, not fully, but in remission enough that I'm living a normal, healthy life. And for that, I'm very grateful. I'm learning to respond to and be aware of Aloha spirit within the lands I live. Yet there's a storm coming in our future position. The 18, the Puyo, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've got a book, a children's book on Hawaiian so that I can learn to speak it properly, because I have such a connection to this place. There's some wild stories I could tell you. And if you speak Hawaiian and you really speak Hawaiian, I have a message from Hina for myself, I think, but I don't know for sure because I don't speak Hawaiian. I only get the gestures. And so I basically, if you speak Hawaiian, please leave me a message or or a comment, so you and I can connect, because I have a really important question that I need to ask. But anyway, so this card is an 18, which is really a 9. It's about humanity, and you can see it's an owl, and it's upside down in this picture. Owls are incredibly important here as a messenger of things. And so this one being upside down, and a tarot roots being another very important element and issue here. You can see they're upside down. And what might this be about? Well, I think it's saying something infinitely new, 1 and 8 is incoming. And what might this be? And you can notice that there's these shards of light, something's being exposed. And I would say that that's absolutely true. And why is this exposure happening? Well, as you can see back, let's go back to our foundation card where she's doing the luau on a little tiny strip of land. It's not enough room for her. She can't dance. And in Hawaii, we need to have contact with our lands. We need to touch them with our feet. We need to dance gently upon them to bring back the balance, the courage, the strength to our people. We're in serious trouble here. Thus, our owl is flying upside down, exposing us back to our truths, connecting us back to who we are and where we belong. And don't be confused. I realize I'm a white lady, but it doesn't matter. Spirit doesn't care about that. Spirit laughs at us all the time at our presupposed notions. There are people that are here just like me because they're just like me. So, don't be fooled by any of that. So I just wanted to bring you a brief reading of these beautiful cards that I just adore. And please do hit the like, share, and subscribe, and join me on my YouTube channel, as I don't grow without that. And Tricky by Design. And I thank you so much for joining me here.